Russia-born Rybakina steps up title charge into Wimbledon last 4. Kazakh wins quarter-final against Ayla Tomiljanovic 4-6, 6-2, 6-3. She will play 2019 champion Simona Halep in semi-finals. There may be no tennis players representing Russia allowed on the courts of the All England club this year, but that has not stopped the most promising Russia-born prospect of the new generation from flourishing on the grass and piecing together the best tournament of her young career. Down a set and under pressure against an inspired opponent, Elena Rybakina shrugged off her early nerves and recovered to bulldoze her way into her first Grand Slam semi-final, defeating Ayla Tomiljanovic 4-6, 6-2, 6-3. By breaking new ground at Wimbledon, Rybakina, the 17th seed, is the first Kazakh woman or man in history to reach a Grand Slam semi-final. As she took it all in, her victory was described multiple times by the on-court interviewer as a huge day for you and country. It is a little more complicated than that. Rybakina was born in Russia and represented her home country throughout her childhood. But like many Russian players before her, despite reaching a junior career high of number 3, she did not receive help from the Russian Federation. As her family shouldered the significant costs of her career, they considered college and alternative paths. That uncertainty was quashed after receiving an offer from Kazakhstan to represent the country in exchange for financial support and access to their growing training facilities. In 2018, aged 19, she made the change. I think it was very good timing because they were looking for the player. I was looking for some help. So I think it was very good combination. We just find each other, she said on Wednesday. Since 2007, Kazakhstan, an oil-rich nation in Central Asia that borders Russia and China, has focused on building itself into a prominent tennis nation, and varnishing its global reputation in the process, by importing Russian players to compete for them. Their actions have been spearheaded by Volodya Temiuratov, a billionaire and president of the Kazakhstan Tennis Federation, who previously advised the former Kazakh president Nursultan Nazarbayev. Muratov was mentioned during a parliamentary debate on Kazakhstan anti-corruption sanctions in February. This is already the second generation of Russia-born Kazakh players, and Kazakhstan has become an increasingly visible presence on both men's and women's tours. Rybakina, Yulia Putincheva and men's player Alexander Bublik are all inside the top 50. Kazakhstan now hosts ATP and WTA 250 tournaments each year. Among many things, it shows the fluidity of identity in professional tennis. Tennis players are individual athletes who play for themselves and in many cases prioritizes what helps them to success. Rybakina's opponent, Tomiljanovic, also changed her nationality, opting to represent Australia from 2014 after previously representing Croatia. It's tough question, said Rybakina on how she views her nationality. I was born in Russia, but of course I am representing Kazakhstan. It's already a long journey for me. I was playing Olympics, Fed Cup before. I got so much help and support. I'm feeling just the support of the people and very happy to represent Kazakhstan because I think I'm also bringing some results, which are very good for the sport in Kazakhstan. For me it's tough question just to say exactly what I feel. As Rybakina bulldozes the Wimbledon draw, other Russians have spent the past 10 days on holiday or at home. Asked how she received the news of her bans by Wimbledon in response to Russia's invasion of Ukraine, Rybakina was rueful. When I heard this is not something you want to hear because we are playing sport. Everybody wants to compete. They were not choosing where they were. Of course, I feel it for them because everybody wants to compete at the biggest tournament, at Wimbledon, said Rybakina. In response to a question about Ukraine, she concluded by wishing for the end to the war.